All right, Shalom, Akim. First of all, I would like to give all praises and highest honors to Yah by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Makar Kwadash, the brother Art Yaga from the Grand Rapids camp, coming at you, one more time. So far as edifying the fact that Israel was only chosen. I know it's a well-rounded topic that everybody touches on, but it's just a couple things that have been happening lately in the news. So far as a lot of people claiming to be, just lost souls claiming to be something that they're not. The reason they're lost is because they refuse to grasp their identity. And I don't just mean 2/3 of Israel, I also mean these nations. Because there's a big flock to Jesus all of a sudden in these times because there's terrorist attacks that are happening. Like that thing that happened at Google. Alright, some crazy, broad had the gun and went down to Google and shot up a couple cats due to the fact that they were, messing with her live stream or her streams and her views. So they say. And that's what happens when you get paid by YouTube. They turn around and the so-called red man, the so-called white man, or the red man, Esau, he ends up putting a foot dead in your ass anyway, man. Okay? But the full thing into it is just comprehending and knowing that the Most High created us to be His chosen people. And there's power in that. And a lot of people, or 2/3 of our people, turn away from that, And they flock to these church houses and shit, even though they're being torn down piece by piece. So we're going to re-emphasize the point. This is Amos 3 and 6. No, excuse me. 3 and 2. Ye only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And as you know, the iniquities that we have is following these other nations. Okay? And the Most High is punishing us at this point in time. That's why we're not well known amongst these nations to be the elect. Yet the curses apply to us, And then we was looking at this clown and he was claiming, me and the brother was looking at him and he was claiming that, he can dismantle Deuteronomy 28:68 and, he did nothing for it, man. Matter of fact, some demon, a so-called Edomite, a Edomite, was sitting on this loudspeaker, man. It shows you that the Most High is not dealing with everybody. He's not even dealing with all of our people. He's only dealing with the remnant, the one elect. And you have to have the spirit of the prophets because it's always going to be subject unto the prophets. This is something that has to be done for our people. This is something that has to be brought forth from the simple unto the most complex of our people. This word is something that frees our spirits, and it helps us realize why we're in the condition that we're in now. Most High jacking us up, for our iniquities. Let's see. Jumping down to the 6th verse. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai hath not done it? Right, so all of this evil that's coming upon our heads, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has done it. Don't ever get that twisted. And crying and don't understand why. Damn all that. It was the Most High that did it in the first place. Surely Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai would do nothing, but he reveals his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Right. And this is how we know. We don't walk around and people like, I don't like labels and shit like that, It is what it is when it all comes down to it. It's like it all comes down to it. That those that are doing the works of the prophets are the prophets, whether you believe Yahweh Shai was the last prophet or not. And he actually raised up his people to push this. Or the elect of his people to do it. A hopeful elect of his people. Because these are the works that please us. in doing them because we know that we're doing a righteous thing. Why? Because we as people. Don't nobody else have a zeal for the Most High like we do. Ezekiel 34 and 11. For thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep. Oh, no, let's start up a little bit higher. This is Ezekiel 34 and 6. It says, my sheep wandered through all the mountains, and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Nobody sought us out because everybody had a hand in putting us into captivity, and we were forgotten about, so it made they sin. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. As I live, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, which is these other nations and these animals. Because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for me, for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Right? Because you got a lot of Israelites in head positions that aren't feeding their flock this truth. It's not bringing it to them. It's not showing them the simple things. Because even though this is a simple subject, it's necessary to go over the foundational scriptures, just the different scriptures that are proving the simple things and re-examining them and bringing them forth again, because it's such a beautiful jewel to know that we are the chosen people of Israel. Yet, of course, our people still reject it because the curse that we're under. We're on the bottom, Like I said, nobody sought us out. It said that none did search or seek after them. Right, because they like the condition that we in. Every time we see a crackhead or somebody in a broken condition, it really fucks you up. You might get mad at first and stuff, and then you start looking at them and you just realize, damn, this is what royalty in a low place looks like. Okay? I mean, shit, it's disgusting and it's sad, but it's the truth. Let's see, Ezekiel 31 and 11, continuing on. For thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out, as a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered. So will I seek out my sheep, and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered, in the cloudy and the dark day. Right, because we're scattered to the four corners of the globe. And I will bring them out from the people, and gather them from the countries, and will bring them to their own land, and feed them upon the mountains of Israel, by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. Right, and that's what's happening now. You're starting to see brothers all around the United States and all the brothers around the world who are pushing his word and his truth, because the Most High is finally waking us up, But a lot of our people, just because they're chosen, they have it twisted up thinking that just because you do these works, and you have faith, the time to be tested is soon, That's for each individual. And time will tell, I remember cats like Yakanan and some other cats and Element, they was cold with the scriptures and the breakdowns and put them up too. But the time is coming near to test who's really down for this, The decree that the apostles put out is a test in the spirit to see who's down with it. I have no problem with it, It's time to increase and just put more forth in these works until they shut this. We're trying to break the internet, man. So they're about to shut this down. So we're touching on all bases, whether it be, the real deep scriptures or it be the surface scriptures, okay? Just reiterating the things that need to be brought forth before they try to cut this down. Let's see. It says, let's see, let's go to Psalms 37 and 28. Well, it's a lot of meat on here. We'll start at 28. Oh, yeah, it's heavy. That whole chapter is heavy, man. The 37th chapter of Psalms. We're going to start at 28 for different reasons. So do Psalms 37 and 28. For Yahweh Shem Yahushai loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut out. Right, because that seed is always seeking to take out the chosen seed, going all the way back down to Cain and Abel. All right, and when they received that mark, they've been trying to get that birthright back ever since. The so-called white man has. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Right, and what's that judgment? We talking about the judgment that's going to come to this place. All right, what makes us righteous? Following the law, statutes, and commandments, and rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of our captivities. You know, that's what makes us righteous, not just because we know. Because like Apostle Arimla brought out, that knowing is not enough. Man. You got to do something with it. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watches the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Right. And they're constantly watching us. The other day, just the other night, my house was surrounded by these police trucks, man. You know, they was pulled up on the curb and all kind of shit in the middle of the night, bro. They was deep as fuck, too. Like 4 cars deep. And, my wife had happened to see them and let me know. And I came upstairs and peeped them out from the window. And I'm just thinking, like, yeah. I don't know if it's an intimidation tactic. They stayed there for a while and ended up leaving. But it's like, these devils look to slay us whenever they get the chance. They're looking to jump to it, They have their devices in play at this point in time, different devices. But their ultimate device is the destruction of this place and the destruction of our people. They're trying to kill as many of our people as possible. All right, continuing on. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushai and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. Right, and that's a desire that we have, to see these devils get what's coming to them, man, which is judgment, that ultimate judgment, that ultimate foot sideways in your ass. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay leaf. Now is he spreading himself? You can find these devils on every continent in the world, man. Even in the Amazon now, they making houses out there, Devils are spreading out. Yeah, he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I saw him, but he could not be found. Right, pertaining to Obadiah, because after 1,000 years, these devils are going to be destroyed, man. They're not going to be able to be found. It says, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. Right. So the end of a man that seeks Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's what makes you perfect, is the pursuit of him. What they call the pursuit of happiness. We won't know true happiness unless we seek out our Creator as being a so-called Native American or Latino and return to him into these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because this is what's going to give us peace. Peace of mind, peace of spirit, and hopefully in our latter end, peace. But the transgressor, but the transgressor shall be destroyed together. Or the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. And that goes in the transgressors. We know that Esau and the rest of these nations are transgressors, but which go against and sin against our law, statutes, and commandments, and cause us to fall off. And then they go worship our power and say that in return they try to say that, the Most High loves everybody, but then you transgress against these laws. So you made yourself a part of this destruction too. Not to mention you constantly oppressed us and killed us and had us in captivity, and you had your way with us. But as well as 2/3 of our people, because they transgress against the law right now, crowding in these whorehouses and these churches and singing and dancing and learning 2 scriptures that they're going to quickly forget as soon as they leave the church house, man, or this Harley house. All right. Let's continue on. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. All right, that's a big thing. Trust. A lot of you Israelites out there got trust issues. You want to go and trust the wrong people. That's the problem. You trusting in man. Because if you trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they'll lead you to who you can confide in, because it's going to be other brothers in this truth that are similar to you. Feel like you've been searching all your life, but when the time comes and you link up with those men, you wonder why you have a connection with them, spiritual connection, because they're similar onto you. We've all been desiring that, being an outcast in the world, being a soldier, and I mean solitary or by yourself often, it happens, man. And a lot of us come walking down that similar path so we can relate, because we are the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. There's a couple more scriptures we're going to ride out. I don't want to make this too long, which I'm prone to doing anyway, but that's the spirit, brothers. It says, Job 5:12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night, because they have no idea what's really taking place, man. Average Joe 6-pack on down. Okay? These cats that think they wise, yeah, they're wiser than Daniel. That's true. They have this technology, they have all of these things. But they don't really see they can't really comprehend what's taking place unless you're part of the elite. Yet, in their mind, they're still delusional, because they have a scrap of hope that they will be able to overcome us. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Behold, happy is the man Yahweh correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastisement of the Almighty. And that's love. Because he don't chastise all these other nations. He only chastises those that he loves, which is of Israel. And you can look around now and you can see the majority of our people getting chastised. Some to death, because you see a lot of our people dying, which is in return supposed to motivate you to get your shit right. And to the ones that had these near-death experiences or almost died, it's to get your mind right for the times that are at hand. This is the last chance, man. It's the final countdown. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Right, and we're in a time of war right now. So, you can have all these fallout bunkers and all these plans and shit. But the only one that the Most High is going to deliver is those that seek Him, all right, of His people, His chosen people. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, right? And even when, I saw them cops around there, they ended up pulling off, but it was like intimidation tactics and a warning from the spirit of the times that we in. I was shook at first, and then I just, the spirit just came over me. I said I said a little prayer to the Most High and maintained my composure and shit. It all just disappeared, man. I was just like, threw my boots on. I was like, hey, just go down right now. Just so be it, man. I know y'all about to y'all sides with me. At destruction and famine shalt thou laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. And the truest and most base beast of the earth is Esau, man. So, you keep your mind together and your spirit focused on this truth, and you'll laugh at these devils, man, because you'll find out that there's nothing much to them, Just smoke and mirrors, even though a lot of cats is going to die. But when you have that hedge of protection around you, you don't really worry about those things because you know that through that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you can be delivered. All right? And it's something that salvation is something I've sought and desired my whole life, even as a young man. So, even as a child, because it was a spiritual connection that I didn't realize until now. Now having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to discern that. Now I see why. Let's see. Let's continue on. It says, so Job 5:24, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin. Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth. Because we multiply a lot, and Jacob's blessing was the dew of heaven. Thou shalt come to thy grave in full age, like as a shock of corn cometh in his season. Right? So, the Most High has it set up to bring those that are in this fold, that are elected in this fold, which we don't know who it is right now. But we know that they'll be doing the works and bringing forth these works and this truth and spreading this knowledge as much as possible. So that's why we remain to be the hopeful elect. Let us see. Let us see. Let's see if we can catch one more. So let us see. We can go there. It's just a major thing just to build up your spirit, brothers. It's no real deep lesson. Yet it's deep in itself because if you can understand it and comprehend it, all it is just to build up the spirit, These times and, your different things that you go through bring your spirit low as hell, man. I'm telling you. Even the chastisements, like when you get your ass, like when you whoop a child's ass and they be all sad for a minute, like, take them a minute to bounce back into the fray, but they get on about their day and they start raising their head up and they're all right. And they remember that because pain helps you retain what to do and what not to do, It's a reminder. It's a constant reminder. Let's see. You know what? I'm probably just going to end it right there. That's a good stopping place. So with that, brothers, just another edification to those, who get caught up in this world and start tearing you down. Just let you know, man, just remember, We are his chosen people, and we seek to be part of his elect. And we'll be doing the things of the elect by pushing his word and his truth. Okay, just hang on, man. Time of our salvation is nearer than you believe. All right. With that, I'd like to give all praises and all this honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and all the brothers out there doing these works of truth and sincerity. And Yahweh Hapatah. And Shalom.